Most car owners have spent anywhere from $30 to $300 trying to fix the same problem. Foggy, yellowed headlights that make a perfectly good car look neglected. Sanding kits, UV sprays, professional detailing appointments, branded wipes pre-soaked in whatever compound some marketing team decided to name after clarity or crystal. 6 months later, the haze is back and the whole cycle starts over. What almost nobody mentions is that a white powder worth less than $1 has been solving this problem permanently for well over a century, and the automotive industry has been perfectly content to let you keep spending money instead of knowing about it. That powder is cerium oxide, a rare earth compound first isolated in the early 1800s by Austrian chemist Karl Auer von Welsbach, extracted from a mineral found in a Swedish mine. The substance was fine, almost chalky, lighter than talcum powder, and it had a property that set it apart from every other abrasive of its time. When mixed with water and worked into a glass surface with light circular pressure, it did not scratch. It polished at the chemical level, bonding with the surface molecules, dissolving microscopic damage, and leaving a finish so smooth and uniform that it became the gold standard for precision optics almost immediately after its discovery. By the early 1900s, cerium oxide had become the default finishing compound for telescope lenses across Europe and North America. The Mount Wilson Observatory used it on the Hooker reflector telescope in 1917, the same mirror Edwin Hubble later used to confirm the universe was expanding. Zeiss relied on it for precision camera and surgical lenses. Military contractors polished submarine periscope optics with it during World War II. In 1993, NASA used it to finish the corrective optics installed on the Hubble Space Telescope. The compound that helped humanity see the edge of the observable universe costs about the same as a small gas station coffee per application. None of that history made it onto the packaging of a single headlight restoration kit sold at any major auto parts retailer. To understand why cerium oxide works so well on modern headlights, it helps to know why they get foggy in the first place. Before 1992, most headlight lenses were made of glass, a material that resists ultraviolet radiation and can last the lifetime of a vehicle without clouding over. Then the automotive industry switched almost universally to polycarbonate plastic. The official reasoning cited safety benefits. Polycarbonate is lighter and more shatter-resistant. The actual driver was cost, since polycarbonate is substantially cheaper to mold at factory scale. The trade-off was a material with one serious weakness glass never had. It degrades under UV exposure. Every day the sun hits a polycarbonate lens, UV radiation triggers photooxidation, which degrades the plastic at the molecular level. Microscopic pits form across the surface. The factory UV coating starts flaking within 3 to 5 years. Moisture seeps into the fractures and traps dirt inside, producing that familiar yellow haze. A 2021 AAA Foundation for Traffic Safety study found that degraded headlights produced only 22% of the light output of new lenses, meaning 78% of illumination is being blocked by a layer of oxidized plastic no thicker than a sheet of paper. The same study found stopping visibility distances up to 40% shorter at night on vehicles with severely degraded lenses. That is a measurable safety problem, not a cosmetic one. And an entire industry profits from it without ever mentioning the permanent fix. A 1998 study published in the Journal of Non-Crystalline Solids confirmed what optical engineers had understood for decades. Cerium oxide achieves what researchers called chemical-mechanical polishing. Unlike sandpaper or abrasive compounds that simply grind material away layer by layer, cerium oxide undergoes a tribochemical reaction during application. Friction triggers a chemical bond between the compound and the surface, simultaneously dissolving damaged molecular chains and depositing a smooth, uniform finish in the same pass. It is not a coating waiting to peel off in 6 months. It is a structural repair of the surface itself, and a 2006 study confirmed the same mechanism holds true for polycarbonate, leaving the material smoother and more UV-resistant than the original factory coating. This is the part the headlight restoration industry, which generates an estimated $1.5 billion annually in the United States, does not print on the box. A 2018 Consumer Reports evaluation tested multiple over-the-counter restoration kits and found that every product showed significant rehazing within 12 months, several within 6. No branded kit delivered a permanent result. The temporary UV sealant included in every kit is not a finishing touch. It is the mechanism that ensures you come back for another purchase. The manufacturers know this, and the product's shelf life is engineered to match the billing cycle. The economics of cerium oxide make the whole arrangement plain. A 50-gram bag costs between $1 and $3 online and handles 8 to 12 full headlight restorations, roughly 15 to 25 cents per pair. Compare that to $40 for a kit that clouds back up within a year, or $150 to $300 for a body shop appointment. Cerium oxide has been in the public domain since the 1800s. It cannot be patented, cannot be subscription packaged, and does not create repeat customers because one application genuinely lasts for years. A 15-cent permanent fix is impossible to build a recurring revenue model around, so the industry filled shelf space with branded alternatives, trained technicians on the profitable options, and quietly counted on car owners never learning this compound existed. The actual process of using cerium oxide is simple enough to do in a driveway. Wash the headlight with soap and water to clear surface grime, then dry it completely. Apply masking tape around the edges to protect the paint. Mix 1 tablespoon of cerium oxide powder with 2 tablespoons of clean water to form a thin paste. Apply that paste to the lens with a microfiber cloth or foam polishing pad and work it in using firm circular motions for 3 to 5 minutes per headlight. As the compound does its job, the paste shifts from white to yellowish brown. That is oxidized polycarbonate being lifted away. Wipe off the residue with a damp cloth and inspect the lens. If any haze remains, another 2 to 3 minutes handles it. Rinse, dry, and the job is done. Both headlights take under 15 minutes total. For vehicles that sit in direct sunlight year-round, a thin layer of automotive clear coat over the finished surface adds extra UV protection, though cerium oxide already leaves the polycarbonate in better condition than the factory coating. A mechanic in Ohio posted a side-by-side photo online that circulated widely in automotive forums. One headlight was untreated, yellow, cloudy, nearly opaque. The other had been polished with cerium oxide for 4 minutes. The difference looked like 2 decades of aging had been reversed on half the car. People who tried it reported the same results, with several noting their headlights stayed clear for over 2 years without any retreatment. The broader point goes beyond headlights. Cerium oxide is one example inside a much larger and older pattern. When a cheap, permanent solution exists for a problem that generates recurring revenue, the incentive to keep it quiet is substantial. Nobody bans it. A ban draws attention. Instead, it goes unmentioned while shelf space fills with products designed to sell again in 6 months. Your grandparents did not deal with yellowing headlights because glass lenses lasted a lifetime. The switch to polycarbonate introduced a degradation problem that did not need to exist, and an industry grew up to sell temporary cures for it. Cerium oxide was sitting in optical engineering journals and mining records the entire time, waiting to be put back in the hands of the people paying to fix a problem it had already solved.